twice if you're in trouble. Think twice. They moved you from that barn to some now you are underground.
I'm still in the barn. I just covered the window with the Friskus thing. Hey, calm down, buddy. You know, it's about time to start the show. Everybody knows what time it is, man. We all know.
Be safe.
We are here again for another edition of NBA Drop Stepping. Hey, look, we don't always drop an episode the same time, same week, same time. We drop when we drop. And you know, when we drop, we score. But that's neither here nor there. It's your boys, Johnny. And and I'm over here out in Virginia on the East Coast holding it down for the Eastern Conference. And over there in the West, we got your boy PJ, aka Sergeant Pooty. I give you salute.
Dark Man.
aka Dark Knight. That's what you're going with now? Okay.
Dark Man. I like Dark Knight better.
Dark Man? He said Dark Man. Maybe you might be Darkwing Duck. I don't know.
Wow. How about you took a Dark Knight? No, you can't beat that.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna call you Darkwing, dog. Anyway.
Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna front. That's who I should go for next. I have my office Halloween party next year.
Darkwing Duck. Yo, that is a good Halloween costume.
Someone's gonna get it too. That's a good one.
I know. That's nice. That's what's up. But hey man, you know, always we talk about NBA every week we try to break down how things have changed in NBA. Just in a couple of weeks, things have changed seemingly drastically. Just in the idea of records, like just at this point right now, the New Orleans Pelicans are number one in the Western Conference record-wise, and I mean, I don't think that'll stick. Maybe it'll stick.
I thought you were gonna say number one in tornadoes, hurricanes. Okay, yes, they are number one.
No. They're the number one in floods, obviously. For sure.
It's too soon.
Not too soon. What's the too soon dictionary? This is like 2002 or 3 or something.
Yeah, that's a good one. Someone should create that. What is it too soon? They gotta give a time frame like death is X number of years. Write that down.
Oh, there's a whole look. There's a whole South Park episode about that. There's a whole South Park episode, and if I was really good at editing, I would insert that clip right here. But anyway, continue.
Yes, the New Orleans Pelicans, man. Your boy was also called by people out here. People call me Zion.
They call you Zion. All right. Okay. I didn't know they called you Zion, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm impressed. I've seen the highlights. The team is coming on its own. I love that he did the 360 dunk. That might be his best dunk of his career. And you know what I'm talking about. With the 2 seconds left, they were up by 15.
Oh yeah,
man, Zion. He's playing heavy minutes too. He played, I think, 35 to 40 minutes in the last couple of nights. Man, that kid is playing. And but Ingram is not playing yet. That team is good. We got Grand Theft Alvarado. They're a fun team that plays hard, and they're freaking coming. Like them versus the freak. This is why we love the NBA again. Them versus the Grizzlies in the playoffs, dog, will be fucking insane.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just look at his ability, Zion's ability to that that explosive first step is so crazy, yo.
Yeah, it's funny because
look at that shit.
When you watch him in high school, he would be doing that against little kids, right? Same type of move, and he's freaking doing it now, in the NBA. People are like, he can't do it. He can't do it in college, but he can't do it in the NBA. And we talked about it in the past. People said he's a mix of. I think we said it. He's a mix of
Shaq and Jordan.
At his peak, if whatever you say his peak is healthy wise, as Shaq and Jordan. Someone said Derrick Rose, which that's a good one too. I think he's also. I'll give a little Ginobili because of the left. He's a little crafty with the left. People haven't said that because of their But look, and John, he's doing this still with no mid-range game. We keep talking about this, dog. We
Yeah.
talked about a couple of podcasts ago. What mid-range game would you give him? If you give him Joel Embiid's mid-range game, it could be a wrap. Joel
Oh, bro.
Embiid.
I think Joel's the MVP.
Okay, and
Joel
he has a
can
nice
do anything.
mid-range.
Yeah, he has a mid range. I watch him do step back 3-pointers. Like there's nothing Joel Embiid can't do. So yeah, if I think Zion's a better like attacker of the basket, obviously, than Joel,
Okay.
but like Joel's got a way deeper skill back, you know. But that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. It
So
took
you give
eight
Zion.
years for Embiid to get
Okay.
there.
Okay. So Zion in 4 years, Zion will be 25 probably. Okay. That's he's now in his prime, getting very close to his prime. Where is Zion at 25? Let me do this podcast. Are you telling me he has Embiid's skill set?
Oh no, but like Embiid's like 29 or something, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 29. Yep.
Yeah.
Embiid
So
didn't
like,
come. But okay, it's scary for bottom line. It's scary for the NBA if
oh,
he
it's not
gets
scary. It's amazing for the NBA.
that.
Like it actually, it's the feeling that you had when
Mhm.
LeBron came in. I feel like
Scary
it's
for the
like,
competitors, maybe.
yeah. I mean, you see that dunk right there? Did you just see
He
that?
went right.
Like the refs looking like, do I blow the whistle on that or what happened? Y'all, he
Mhm.
ruined the net. Like
Yeah, this is his best dunk. That's his best
that,
dunk.
that is beautiful right there, man. That is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so I mean, he's really coming into his own, and I mean, he's healthy, you know. So all that's the only thing that's an issue for him, and you know, a lot of people that are Phoenix fans were, um, getting mad because of that dunk at the end. I'd assume the only person that should be mad at that dunk at the end are people that lost money gambling. Like the fact that he did that show off like dunk, like people were giving,
Mhm.
they were saying it was like unsportsmanlike or whatever.
Okay.
But
If that was the dunk contest, is he getting nines?
I mean, yeah, probably nines.
Ten?
It's
Nines? Okay.
I don't think he's getting more. Yeah, he's getting nines. It's an
Maybe a couple of
average
tens?
dunk for him, but like he's doing it in a game, so he gets an
Mhm.
11 for that.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. He took one dribble. I think he took one or
it's
two.
so easy that I know I'm not gonna miss this in front of
Hey,
people. Like like a dunk contest, sometimes they give you multiple attempts.
yeah,
So
of course. More
you can
than
try
multiple.
something harder. That was
That's your boy
easy.
Birdman. Birdman. All right, look. Um, we talked about Zion getting in the race. Hey, John, that crowd, man. What another why we love the NBA. That crowd is amazing, bro. It's tough to. That crowd is hype. You got to think they haven't had playoff basketball, John. A legitimate playoff. Looking forward to a legitimate playoff contention since Chris Paul. And that was 2006, 7, 8. So over a decade.
Yeah, back with the New Orleans Hornets. Yeah. Now they're the Pelicans. And look, I'm just gonna be happy to see them in the playoffs. It was like things change, you know.
Top three seed. Call it down.
I I I told you 4 before the season. I mean, we can go back. It's on YouTube now if you want. So, I told you. I said I
Okay.
think they'd be a
So top
4.
four. Okay.
I said it'd be a 4 or 5. Probably, I didn't think they'd be a top 3, but
I think they're better
um,
than the Suns, bro.
when
I don't know how
they pitched the
healthy Zion
Suns
is in the
twice in a
team.
row, like I think
No,
they beat them 2 times in a row.
no. I mean, I know we got DeAndre Ayton, but he's gonna get in foul trouble. And if another person, if CJ McCollum plays well, they have a good team, John. They have a good young team. The West got
Why are
some
you
young
telling
teams.
me? I've been look.
No,
Shut up, dog. I've been a Pelicans fan before you. I was on with like Zion being the next things. Yeah, obviously this is Duke, but I haven't fallen off the track. I know he's been getting injured, but I've just been holding out hope. I mean, it's bad luck for him. Like, if I look back retrospectively and like think about the players that I like the most, and then them getting injured, my favorite player was Penny Hardaway. Not very good. Ending for him. Grant Hill, I like that dude as well. And then Derrick Rose. So maybe Zion Williamson is on the road to having some weird injury that ruins his career. I doubt it.
I don't want definitely don't want. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. But like,
no, because you said it's scary because the possibilities. Like, we're scratching the surface. It's just like what you would see a few years ago. Remember, Tatum's rookie year, his second year. You're like, okay, like if he smooths this out, he's gonna be really fucking good. And like now he's finally there. Like, okay, Tatum.
We need Zion. Stop aiming. We need Zion to get Tatum's jump shot. Zion gets Tatum's jump shot.
That's what Tatum already kind of had a jump shot before, but like, who's a player that had a shitty jump shot and ended up getting good? I always bring Jason Kidd up into it, and Jason
Randall, Jalen Randall from the Knicks.
Julius Randle, yeah.
If Zion gets that jump shot,
yeah. God, man, you ruined my little bit of flawless transition. Gosh, it's okay though. It's all right. As I was gonna say, like, somebody who started off with a really bad jump shot, who figured out how to shoot, later on in his career. Somebody I always think about Jason Kidd, and Jason Kidd sometimes doesn't make the best decisions. He was a head coach. So we don't want to put that on Zion, but the Mavericks lately have been looking, they've been 50-50 all year. I just want to know I want to give your State of the Union on the happenings on Mavericks and Luka.
Okay, State of the Union. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm walking in. I'm speaking to the Congress.
It's Dinwiddie's time now. Woo, that's a whole shit.
Where's Kamala Harris? Where's the interns at? Okay. All right. State of the Union is the team is not shooting the ball well. They're not even shooting a free throw. The last game they lost against the Bucks. I don't think we talked about that because they went 10 for 24. They did a Shaq at the team. 10 for 24, John.
Wow, that's pretty bad. Giannis can shoot better than that.
1 point. Okay. Yeah, and Giannis made all those. I saw him shoot 6 free throws. I didn't watch the whole game. He made all 6. Luka went 4 for 10. So he's not absent from this criticism. He needs to learn how to freaking shoot free throws. God damn, man.
And also shoot.
I think I told you before. He needs a little bit of rhythm. I'm not a coach. I'm not a free throw shooter. Luka's a rhythm player. You should take like a bounce and like a step forward, or like he needs to have a little bit of some type of rhythm in his shot.
There's just no excuse. Like you just said, Giannis. No
You're
excuse.
Right.
He's too talented, like, to be shooting like Ben Simmons numbers of free throws. Like, it's worse. Like, LeBron kind of started his career like that, and he was always around like a 60%. Now he's around like 70. It took him like his whole career to get around 70s. He's not a good free throw shooter.
Yeah, Luka should be shooting 80. He should be shooting 78 to 80%. Like, that should be his like number. 78 to 82 or something like that. Yeah.
And it's just he spent too much time goofing around. He's creative, and that's his thing. You don't want to take that away, but he's always goofing around. He's like shooting like behind the backboard and other random shit, and like I'm like, why don't you just sit there and shoot fucking free throws and work on that?
You're right.
You just sat
there. He got off the shoulder. He's like always some weird.
He's like kicking the ball. Yeah. He's like doing random shit. Like, all right, Steve Nash and Steph Curry used to do that shit, but you know what they have in common? They shot 90% from free throw. So they already figured out all that other shit.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. They're very creative, but they're fucking 90% from the free throw line. With that. Agreed. There should be no reason. You've been fucking playing basketball your whole life.
Yeah, it should be like a secondary. Like it's so easy.
You should be
I feel like
automatically. I agree.
I feel like it's so
Yeah.
easy for him that he doesn't take it seriously. Like I don't even fucking care.
Yeah.
Like a free throw.
You just need to hit
Nobody's
a
guarding
concept.
me. I can't embarrass anybody from the free throw line. That's one thing.
He's like, let me go out there and try to switch it on to a big man immediately. Hey,
I think he's up there trying. It's like I want to hit both sides of the rim and then it go in. I think he's doing like random shit like that.
So we need look. There should be a choice. It should be a free throw contest, or it should be like, hey, you got to go 1-on-1 against a player to make one bucket. You make one bucket or two points. You know, like it'll be like soccer. Luka will he'll Euro step for 2 points 90% of the time.
I was just thinking that. I was like, maybe, like, is it illegal to Euro step on from free throw? Because I think he would make it more if he was like taking a step and just doing a floater.
A floater, yeah. I agree. John, I swear, he would never in his life go 4 out of 10 on the floaters. You're right.
Yeah.
It's like, look at this fucking floater. You're gonna hit like at least 60% of the time, at least.
That would be the most gangster shit ever. If we just started shooting floaters for the free throw line, it'd be so gangster.
Yeah, these cats are so good on the floater. You'll have fucking touch. It'll bounce off the top and it'll go in. You're right. We solved it, Luka. If you ever listen to this, you should try. Stop being like Shaq. Shaq was scared. Shaq was scared to go granny style, and he could have been better. Luka, we need you to just go floater style.
Yeah, I mean, there's an NBA Hall of Famer, Rick Barry, that used to go granny style. All right, so don't be too.
I think he shot 90s. But back to the State of the Union, I agree. That's the positive, jokey side.
Where do they end up? Where do they end up now? Now that we're good, like
13-13. They're going to end up at 26 games, 56. They're going to end up.
Because I remember you were saying they were going to be third, boasting really early in the season. And you're like, they're going to have like 50 wins.
They're going to still get to 50 wins. They'll find a way to get to 50 wins.
Okay, I remember you saying that. I was like, okay. I'm like, it's tough one. It's tough one. But I will say this. You know, you definitely got a real upgrade with Christian Wood. Christian Wood
you believe him. Well, hopefully the coach there too.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good player. You know, I mean, he shoots way better for free throw than Luka.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, people saying this is also another thing about coaching, right? He hasn't played he's starting a player that we all know is not good enough to be in the championship. He might win a championship even this year. I'm not saying he can't, but it's just come on, man. So they're starting power. It's frustrating as a Mavericks fan watching these games because 90% of the games come down.
Oh, they start Powell over Woods?
Yeah, of course. Powell starts. Yeah, Woods comes off the bench.
I just watch highlights and I'm like, oh, Woods go. I didn't know. I'm not really paying attention at the tip.
And he doesn't. And sometimes he doesn't finish games. He doesn't play in the last 3 minutes. They sometimes start Cleaver, and they sometimes start.
That's something weird. So that's definitely like you said. It's definitely like you said. Some type of weird.
And then John, your boy, we want to see your boy. Thing. He hasn't played meaningful minutes. No, Jay Hardy. He hasn't played meaningful minutes. Yeah. Because like if you're gonna be 15, you're gonna be 500, and at least play the rookie. Like at least get him like NBA minutes because this guy needs playing time. It's only so much you can do in the G League.
Well, so, he's being so retarded he can't choose between Christian Wood and Max Kleber and fucking Norman Powell. Like not Norman Powell.
Dwight Powell.
Yeah, Dwight Powell, right?
Yeah.
Norman Powell.
So that's one conundrum, coaching and whatever. Dwight Finney-Smith. I'm gonna go to beat back. Dwight Finney-Smith. He's improved. He got a contract last season. Multi-year. He's improved every single year. He's been with the Mavericks for 4 seasons. He's regressed this season. I had hopes. He played well in the playoffs. You were feeling Dwight Finney-Smith. He's shooting 35% from 3, 35% from whatever, free goal. He missed 2 free throws. He actually bricked the 2 free throws if you were watching the game against Milwaukee.
Yeah.
He hasn't improved the way I thought he could improve, and he regressed shooting wise. Reggie Bullock is non-existent. And then Dinwiddie, your boy, he's playing solid, but I thought there's going to be games where he takes over. He has like a 35 piece. I said, oh, Dinwiddie had a 30. Dinwiddie had 30 and 5, or Dinwiddie had 30 and he finished. Like, it's just, he's not getting any calls. So that's what the team is, just struggling with, man. It's just,
Yeah,
and
so
they're
it
relying a lot
seems
on.
like sorry to cut you off. It seems like it's partially a coaching issue, a rotation weird issue. Tim Hardaway, I feel like I didn't see him. Was he injured again or something?
He had the best stretch of his career, but it's Tim Hardaway, and I don't know what the team is going to do. They should trade him immediately. They should be like, "Oh, we got something. Trade him immediately." Um,
So right now, the Mavericks, you guys sit at 10th, so you'd be in the play-in. You're a game below the Jazz. Who would have thought?
who would have thought that Slim
Yep.
Shady was something you would have
And
bought?
right now, up to this point, the biggest surprise of the season. There's two very big surprises of the season, especially in the Western Conference. I mean,
Darkwing Duck. Hey man, they're
I mean,
calling Darkwing Duck. I gotta go. I see that signal
uh,
up there.
all right, peace. Let's get dangerous. Let's get dangerous.
Okay.
The fucking Sacramento Kings are
Kings,
14 and
let the
11.
beam.
The beam go.
Let the beam.
It's so funny. I saw a meme earlier today that said like there was like a purple light in the sky, and some lady thought it was like it was a UFO, and it was like no. And the husband had to be like, no, it's Sacramento Kings. They put that purple beam up every time they win. But they win so rarely that people don't know what the hell it is when it comes out. It's like, what the hell is that? Like every month or so, I see a purple beam. Because it
You're
is
right.
such trash. It's funny.
It's erratic, but that shit goes in the sky, dog.
Yeah.
It goes in the sky. That's a good.
The
Like,
Kings.
we need to. We need the Redskins to top off that. Like, yo, we got like the beam red.
You see me
Red
wearing my
beam,
Kings?
beam.
You see my Kings colors right here? I got Kings colors on right
Champion.
now. Purple,
Champion.
white, black. Let's go Kings.
Let's go,
Let's
Kings.
go.
Yeah,
Let's go Chris
they regressed
Webber.
a little bit.
I used to love Chris
Yeah.
Webber. But anyway, and then also
What we
right
got?
below them, Dame's been playing well. The
Dollar
Trailblazers
Dame.
are 14 and 12. So I mean, I guess he's dropping them hot songs, and he's dropping some hot shots
Now,
on
so
the.
if Dollar Dame was a from the ghetto, a marketer that's from the ghetto, had like some street cred and like maybe he was shot or something, shot somebody, and he was poor, he
Well,
will be a bigger
yeah,
rapper. He'll be a
of
much bigger
course,
rapper than he is
of
now.
course. But why does he need to be an amazing? Look, if he's like really amazing, you can transcend it. Like Jamie Foxx, unfortunately, like he was great at everything, and then he was like, "Fuck it," he made 2 albums, and they wouldn't, multi-platinum. It was just so good, because like an undeniable thing. Like Eddie Murphy tried to make a bunch of music, and nobody listens to that shit. Some people just
Hey,
make.
scratch that from the record. No Eddie Murphy slander.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm just saying not as many people saw that. Shit. Chris Rock made a album, and he had a fucking song on BT. I don't know if people remember that. I don't know if people
He was
remember.
singing or rapping.
It was just basically spoken word. There was no sex in the champagne room. I don't know if you remember that song.
Oh, I think I remember that. But it was like a comedy type of joint. I didn't think that was like a
Yeah,
song.
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart has a rap song. They all try, but if it was good, it would transcend like Childish Gambino. Childish
Jamie Foxx actually
Gambino,
sings.
like Childish Gambino, like Donald Glover is a great. He did stand up. He's a great writer, producer, all this, and he also makes fucking good music. So it doesn't matter if you make good shit. Yeah, you'll transcend it. So like, I'm not. If Dame Dollar, wouldn't matter. If Dame Dollar was making tracks that sound like Lil Baby, then people listen to it. Or if he was rapping like, like he raps how he raps. He's okay. You're saying like if he was poor, whatever. I'm like, maybe he would have had to get good enough. Like maybe that would have made his content better. Maybe he would have had more things to rap about, more hood stories, more other things. But like he's like, yeah, man.
I mean, that was
I remember back in the day being, in the Magnet basketball AAU things, and I remember being scouted in high school and getting offers to colleges, and yeah, it was so tough for me, Dame Dollar. So
and
I'm like,
I meant that as from a buying a consumption perspective, right? Like, what is the audience looking for, correct? Or what subject matter the audience looking for? But
yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I digress.
He's trying to use the tropes of street stuff. Like he's still, to me, trying to be a hard
Oh, you think
person.
he is? Okay.
Yeah, but like he's just, I don't know. I mean, he's being what he's making what he likes making. But the same thing as I say for Childish Gambino, nothing about his rap songs are like. I mean, he just nothing about it was like I'm in the fucking trap. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm spending money at the club. I don't know, like it's
Yeah.
the same tropes that we all use. So, I don't know. It's just weird. I feel like it's sometimes just a little too rich to connect. But even Ellen,
Yeah.
even Ellen had stand-up specials recently. So,
Okay. Recently?
probably like 3 years ago.
Oh, so yeah, okay. I mean, it'll be interesting if she comes back to comedy because he no longer has that show, right? But digress. What other topics we have done on the NBA? And we talked about Zion, we talked about Luka,
Well, we did that. We
Mavericks.
just touched base with that. We were doing West Coast, but now it's time for the best coast, East Coast, the East, the Beast. Celtics still number one. I don't know if you had a chance to check out the I think it was Celtics Warriors. They played yesterday. Man, the Warriors are still like they're only in eighth place right now, but you just see the championship. They brought it all to the table. The Celtics are number one in the East. Honestly, they're number one in the entire league. The East actually, for the first time ever, has a higher win percentage in the Western Conference, which is weird. So Celtics are
Tatum didn't play well.
21-6. Tatum didn't play well. But that's probably because Draymond Green was on Tatum or whatever the defenses they played. But I mean, Steph Curry was just letting it rain from all over the place, man. He doesn't never. Sometimes, like every once in a while.
How many did he have? 7, 8, 3.
Let me check the last game.
What's the box score on that one?
Yeah, I like it had to be at halftime. He was 5 for 6, and yeah, so like I know he probably had probably like 7 or 8. Yeah, let me check. Today. It was yesterday. Right.
I mean, yeah, Celtics.
Yeah,
well,
so,
I'm kind of glad.
Yeah.
I was getting a little scared that they were going to be that. Not like I mean, damn, if they would have beat them, they would have ran to the West. Like it would have been. So now they won. They lost. They only one game up, I think, on Milwaukee. It's good to see that type of competition because I think I can see. Giannis is that type of. You talk about the West, the East. Giannis is now up. He's of course playing like a beast. They got their full team back. And talk about players playing well, average or not. Lopez is fucking playing well. Portis is playing well. The team is playing well, and
Speaking
I think it's going to be a heavy
coaching,
competition for the number one seed. Going to matter. I think they realize that the home court's going to matter.
Yeah,
They want Game 7 in Boston.
Yeah, and which is a weird person saying that I really wasn't even paying attention to. Blake Griffin is, I guess, a good addition. I mean, he had 13 points and seven rebounds in 20 minutes. So, not too bad. Shit. I mean, all right. I
Yeah,
found
we
what's
saw
up.
we saw Blake Griffin's whole arc. I'm old enough to see his whole arc. He was Oklahoma. To the audience, he was Oklahoma, University of Oklahoma. He played 2 seasons, and he came out after his sophomore season. I remember I saw him. I think I saw highlights of him his second season. I remember it's like he wearing the red, the white, and I saw YouTube highlights. Like, yo, this kid is like he is athletic. He's different. You can tell immediately he just is different athletically. And I remember he got drafted by the Clippers. Remember he got injured. I remember the preseason he got injured, so he was out for a whole season. He came back. He was at his peak, arguably a top 3 player. Never got to the NBA Finals, which is unfortunate with Chris Paul. And now we're going to see maybe in the league for another maybe a year or two. Man, made tons of money, fucked a lot of bitches. Full
He
NBA.
hops on private jets, gets on yachts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's got a
$100 million contract.
jacket. He's got a rocket pack, jet propelled, whatever. God, for future things, I need to figure out which goddamn site to go to because I just went to NBA.com and it just told me his like general was like, oh, he scored 30 something points and whatever
Yeah,
assists.
I don't go to NBA. I go to ESPN. I think NBA.com, at least in my room, had too
Yeah,
much shit going
I'm on
on.
ESPN right
Yeah,
now.
ESPN.com box score. Yeah, I got to give to ESPN. They
Yeah.
keep it simple on that page.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you need simplicity in life, man.
Klay Thompson, at 34 points. Shit. Oh, there we
Yeah.
go.
And then how much is Steph at 36?
Steph had 32.
Okay, yeah, they went for 66. Yeah, man. That's
6 for 11 from 3. But he hit a couple from like 30 something feet.
San Jose.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Do you believe that he's playing as close to or near his best of his career?
I don't think so. But like
Do you think he's still in his prime? Is he 33, I believe, right?
I
No,
think he's still in his prime
30.
is going to continue. I think he's, as we see with LeBron doing right now, like it's not his prime, but he's still a problem. The team around him needs to step up. But Curry,
I mean, Steph. I mean, yeah. How could he? He can always be able to shoot, right? Always.
I think Curry's become. I think Curry's become a smarter player, a better passer, and
yes, better
like
finisher. Yep.
it's less about running things through him. He just kind of comes in when needed, and I think a lot of that is coming from help with people like Jordan Poole. He kind of like he nobody gets like people are always looking at them, and sometimes people aren't just getting double teamed; they're getting just wide open fucking shots because everybody's watching him like Steph Curry. Steph Curry can like take a lap around the fucking 3-point line, and like half the team will be like, "No, where is he going? Stop him!" And this just opens up. You got to give his credits to the coaching staff. Steve Kerr is a good coach, and Steph Curry is fucking unique, man. 12 for 21, and yeah, we got a few more years of it. It's because he's such a good shooter, man. It's like he doesn't need to blow past people, and he'll be able to get them like as he gets older. He'll be able to step in, but
And
like
eventually, they call us travels. He's traveling a lot. At least they're looking for us traveling. Okay.
All right, maybe they are, but yeah, I definitely see.
So I mean, besides as we end, besides Boston and Milwaukee, who else will come on the East?
I mean,
What else?
The Cavaliers are still third.
Cavs playing well. Cavs playing well. Wizards have dropped
all the way down to 10. They're the same spot that the Mavericks are in. So I'll just give that perspective to you. sir.
It's early in the season.
yeah. That's what you hope, right? Early in the season.
It's not Christmas yet. What they say? NBA season starts at Christmas. What? Why is everyone so pressed? Damn.
We got a
Can we
couple
start the
weeks. We got a
season?
couple
This is
weeks.
a preseason.
My bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No. They're 12th. That's not the joke. That's what it was. The Wizards are in the same position as the Lakers. Yeah, y'all are 10th. Y'all in the same position as the Heat, which the Heat are actually very, disappointing.
I think they're gonna run.
And as I told you weeks ago, and when they were back in like 13th place, I was like, good teams will rise back to the top. So right now, the Nets currently second. I'm sorry,
I
not
know.
second, fourth. The Nets are now fourth, 16-12. They've been on a tear. They won 8 of their last 10 games.
I think they won today's game. They were winning today. So yeah, man. I hope they stay together. I'm cheering for the Nets, and I hope Ben Simmons. Because they have a scary team. We always said that. We never said they had bums on the team.
What I said to you is that Steve Nash is a bad coach.
Yes.
And now that he's gone, that maybe, you know what? Maybe this might be controversial. But maybe, just maybe, Kyrie was right. He's like, we don't need a coach. And then they brought in Steve Nash anyway.
Well, they had the other cat. Yeah, he's the coach.
And about the Jews. I was like,
I thought you were gonna say more controversial that the black head coach was better for this black team.
Yeah, obviously, but I'm sure they get run more by him.
Is that already?
It's obvious. Hey, a black head coach is also better for a white university like Colorado University. Shouts out to Dion.
Hey, we got into the Dion. That's a great segue. Hey.
Shout out to Prime.
We get paid out here with
You see, you see here.
I didn't even know I threw the alley. I think 2 hours in the air somewhere.
That's what that is right there. Yeah. I got to do the three. The three jump. This is a 3-pointer right there, boy.
Hello. So I saw. You think he's going to turn him? Okay? We are spoken. Do you think he's going to turn it? Well, when I guess I'm going to ask you when or if they'll ever make the college playoffs.
Might take a few years. I would also be a little annoyed if I were Colorado University, if at like part of his press conference and other shit, or people were interviewing him, they were like, "Well, what's your end goal?" I was like, "Well, I want to be the coach of Florida State." I was like, "You just took this job. You can talk about that later."
Yeah.
But it's a good step up because they have basically, as he said, NFL facilities. They've got great they have funding at that school that now he's going to bring black players to, and kids from the HBCUs and people that want to play for him as a coach. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be good. I just wish there's another Eddie George is a coach of I think Tennessee State.
That's it. Well, I think Prime is number one. Okay, let's unpack.
Nobody's like Prime, so
yeah. I'm kind of. It's interesting because Prime didn't go to like a powerhouse university. I don't know what universities were hiring, but there was no SEC.
Well, look, it was all. It has nothing to do with any of that. Prime does what Prime wants. No. Prime was. I like that nobody calls Deion Sanders anymore. So the Prime, he coached.
He's earned that.
He coached at high school for years for his kids at his kids' high school. He coached there for like 7 years. I don't even think he was head coach. He just might have been one of like the defensive coordinator or something, I think. And then when his kids were going to college, he went to HBCU where he was a coach. So basically, like, I'm coaching my kids all the way through, and now
Okay. The
that
kids transfer to Colorado.
they're transferring. All yeah.
The whole
Like
team.
he said most of the team, but he told when he walked, don't you understand? Like people, like you understand how gangster. I know this is NBA talk, but Deion Sanders goes beyond that. You know how gangster it is that in Colorado State, in Colorado University, one of the widest universities ever, he made them play Biggie with no edits. And then he walked in, he's like, yeah, it's my fucking theme music. And then he told all these kids to go hit the portal because I'm bringing my own luggage. The portal is a transfer system to go to another college.
Wait. When did he do this? I'm confused.
Like a week ago, like 2 weeks ago when he took the job.
That was his introduction call? Or what was
his introduction to the team was like, hey, all y'all, you better put your applications into the portal.
No. I gotta watch that. No.
You gotta watch
that. I gotta
God, you know how savage that is?
I gotta see that. No.
His introduction to the team said, he was like, hey, all y'all better
hit
the portal because I'm bringing my own luggage. Meaning I'm like, and right there, he points to the sun. Right there, that's your new starting quarterback.
No.
In the introduction.
No.
And then they half clap. And they're like, okay.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, he's our new. I was like, so it was like, so basically, we got tryouts. If you want to stay, we can, see if you're good enough to stay on the team.
Okay, do you feel now? We gotta talk about the fact that his old school, the Jackson State. I saw something on Twitter. I don't know facts that like they didn't pay him. They like took money from the school. Like they kind of played Deion a little bit. They were not respectful for him and his fellow coaches.
From what I heard, he basically lost money coaching there.
I had to get to the blame game.
I haven't got to the whole bottom of it, but yeah, it's fucked up.
If that's the case, man, but he can do that because it's fucking only one Deion Sanders prime time, right? He deserved that. He's put his time in, man. He's a one of one. He's one of the greatest American athletes of all time, right? So easy. I think especially football wise, he's kind of transcended. A lot of NFL players hard for them to transcend, but he's transcended football, right? And it's because he's real. He's done all the coaching, and I'm excited because Deion, like you said, Deion's gonna turn that Colorado, they're the Buffalo, right?
Yeah,
the Buffalo Beast,
Buffaloes. Look, and not only that, look, but just
that stampede is coming.
I guarantee he changes the jerseys. They're black and gold colors.
Why do you? Quick question before you finish this. Why did he choose Colorado again? Because I haven't been following.
Well, they came to him with offers, and then basically they're like the worst team, and they went like 2-12 or some shit this year, so horrible. So I think
they gave him the bag.
I think multiple people were going to give him the bag, but I think what Colorado offered him was control. Well, yeah. Maybe they gave him the pussy. Maybe there's some white bitches, Kobe style.
That was also Colorado. I'm quick. Don't put that in the universe. I'm not trying to hear Prime. If I ever see Prime is accused of, I don't even want to put that out there. But look, I'm gonna be so happy. They're in the Pac-12. I don't even know. I don't even know who they play. I think they play USC, right? They play USC and UCLA.
Let me see. Yeah, they are.
That's amazing, bro. I can't believe
Pac-12,
it.
Pac-12.
Pac-12. Oh, I mean, actually, USC is leaving. They're actually leaving the Pac-12. Never mind. So the former Pac-12, he's coming in.
Pac-12 is Oregon Ducks, Washington Huskies, Utah, UCLA, USC.
They're leaving.
USC is leaving. Okay, but UCLA is still gonna be there. Then there's Washington State, Arizona State, Oregon State.
Yo, Colorado, that's gonna be tight. Because now you can watch their games in the West Coast. I think there's a lot of their games
And
going
that's what
on.
I'm
They're gonna be on
saying.
TV now. They're gonna be
And
on
that's
ESPN
what
every game.
they money wins out because they're like, look, they gave him. I think that they just gave him all control. And they're like, we'll let you run the show because they know for a fact that they're gonna get like airtime. Like people are gonna want to air those games. Like
Yeah, it's hard
and
to value that.
never before, not even for the fucking Nick Saban in Alabama, are people like, what is the coach gonna do? Like are they tuning in to see the coach? And think about that. Think about if there was more close-ups on Ron Rivera than Taylor Heineke. Like this just wouldn't.
Well, man, prime time, man. We salute you. Best
Indeed.
wishes. Next
But
football season is gonna be. We're gonna check in the Colorado football, and it's gonna be interesting to see who his staff is gonna be. Right? I mean, obviously, he's gonna bring a lot of people in, but much love. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
mm, um, other than that, man, yeah, I don't. We're in the throes of it. I told you the Nets were gonna come back up. They're up. The 76ers are
Come on.
now. I mean, Joel Embiid has just everything in his fucking bag. He's so fucking good. I just hope he doesn't get injured. That's all I hope for the rest of the season that nobody gets injured. Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell, and Jared Allen, all those people playing well. Giannis is a fucking monster. He's continuing on. Luka, I mean, I hope y'all. I mean, he's so fucking good. Like, why? Like, why can't? Like, you look at Zion. He's got CJ McCollum. He's got Brandon Ingram's out, but even beyond that, it's just like it's a more stacked team. Yeah. So it just works out. It's there's no depth to Dallas, man. I'm sorry to say, bro. I mean, you trade. I guess you trade Tim Hardaway, but what do you get for him? Like what's the piece that's you're gonna bring in? Like I don't know.
Big KP back.
We don't need Tim Hardaway Jr.
You gotta take two. Oh, you're gonna just be like, why? What is he doing? Like
why
what
would we bring somebody like what's it spelled Bradley Beal?
Bradley Beal. He's Bradley Beal light. Come on.
Yeah, yes. I mean, but then there's still KP and Kuzi. Oh, Kuzma. I mean, I don't know how I feel about us because we're gonna have to pay. This is last year contract year. Like, we might have to pay this asshole, but I don't know. I think maybe he'll go somewhere else. Maybe we'll get him off the books. And I think what is Kristaps off the books too? Figure out. I
don't. You're trying to move on. You're trying to break it up, just like that.
I want to get rid of. Let's say do what the Trailers did. I want to get rid of everybody but Bradley Beal. At this point, that now we're committed to him. I want like a ridiculous rebuild of
Bradley Beal is what 27, 28? What is he hold about?
Yeah, like 27, I think. Yeah, because he came in. He was 19 when he first came into the league, or something like that. So, he was like the youngest player when he was when he was drafted. So,
he's in his prime for the next couple of years.
He's in his prime. He's in his prime for the next 4 or 5 years. I would like literally, if you can trade, even if the deadline
is he that good though, John? Is he that good
this year? He's the best. All right, I can see in a
is he
world,
all NBA?
Yeah, he's been almost a scoring leader. Yeah, he's an all NBA.
All NBA.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the second team at the very least. I think he's second team all NBA. Yeah. And it could be just by off his numbers at all. So I see him as like it almost seems blasphemy to say, but like Dwayne Wade, where if he had somebody else that's just like a monster go, he would work well together. Like or um yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that was to me would be his ceiling, like a Dwayne Wade. And but there's no there's no Shaq or LeBron James. So I mean, there's only so far you can go with fucking Bradley Beal. But the only way to get a player like that is to,
Tank.
you got to get lucky and or basically trade everything for a bunch of draft picks, and eventually somebody works out. That's the thing. Like if you have like draft picks and shots in the dark, number one picks could be terrible. Number 15 picks, 18 picks, number whatever. They could be fucking superstars. So you just have to have a lot of shots in the fucking like, all right, one of these guys can be good. Like some to me seem like you would be obvious, like Jalen Hardy, why he's not playing. You don't know either. But I was like, yeah, he should be a first round pick. But you got to have a lot of shots in the dark so you can, you know.
Damn, is that shot at me? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. Look, you look at Ginobili and Parker. Are they not both second round picks?
Manu
Like
Ginobili.
yes, Manu. So
Yeah.
like, you just have to get lucky with certain players, and having a bunch of draft picks increases your chance of getting the lottery ticket.
Yeah. With that, my man.
Yes. We'll say goodbye. This was NBA drop stepping. And like I said, we don't have no schedule. So we're gonna drop whenever we feel like it, just like nuts. So see y'all motherfuckers next week. Peace out.